Good morning, YouTube. How are you, friends and family? Um, I just wanted to jump on this morning and I wanted to say how grateful my heart is this morning when I woke up to 102 subscribers. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me. I am one who compares. I've been this way since probably about 14 years old. So sometimes I get a little bit, I don't want to say disheartened, because I root for everybody. I root for everybody. And I want to see everybody win just like I want to win. However, I have found myself over this past week looking at other people's channels and how fast and how quickly their subscriber count is growing and how many views they're getting. And I'm like, God, I work just as hard. I plug away on here. You know, um, Many of the people that I view, they're Christian, they're Christian based or whatever. They make known that, their faith in God. And shout out to Yolanda Moore. I love, love, love her content. But like over the past 2 or 3 weeks, just over 2 weeks rather, her channel has grown substantially. And I've watched so many others whose channel have grown substantially in just a few weeks' time. And I'm like, Lord, I've been on YouTube since February of this year. And I'm like, God, since you called me to do this and I wouldn't be doing this on my own, like, why isn't my channel growing as fast as other people's that have been on here as less time? And I'm happy their channels are growing, but I just started comparing to myself, like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not doing that they're doing? Or what can I get better at or be better at? So I just started comparing myself and I got in my own head, right? I got in my own way in my own head and I just started to get like discouraged, like, you called me to this, but my channel is not growing as rapidly as some other people that have been here on here way less than me, and I'm happy for them. Oh, I'm happy for them. And I'm gonna support them and watch their channel and comment, and I'm gonna watch their stuff because I really like their content. But I'm like, what can I do better? Or what am I not doing to make my channel grow quickly? And so I just had to stop and realize after I got in the Word, I went to church yesterday. And after I got in the Word, and I was like, God, help me to stop comparing. Help me to stop comparing. Help me because I need help with it because I've been doing it for so long. Like I said, even in high school, even in junior high and all of that. And so I was like, just help me to just savor every moment of this process. Help me to be grateful for the small and the big. I'm grateful that I'm over 100 subscribers right now and my channel is growing slowly, but I'm thankful that you guys are faithful. Some of you are my day ones since I started my YouTube channel. Some of you have come on, here recently. I'm grateful for all of you for supporting me. I want to have a great community of people where we support each other, where we uplift each other, where we can share recipes and share parenting advice. My goal has always been to have reach and impact, first and foremost, to show you guys how my faith has helped me to overcome some of the toughest challenges I've ever had, to share my experiences so that I can be healed, and so that many of you who maybe have gone through the same things, similar things, or even worse, can know that there is healing available, to know that there is deliverance available, to know that just because you're 40 or 50 or 60 or however old you are, or 30, you know, no matter how old you are, no matter the mistakes you've made, no matter how many times you've messed up, no matter how many times you failed, my goal and my desire is to, as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. As I heal, I want all of us to heal and to grow and to realize there's no mistake that we could have made or failure that has happened that we cannot overcome through faith in God, through faith in Jesus. There's no obstacle too great where you can't start over again, where you can't begin again. There's no obstacle or anything that you've done wrong that you cannot turn around and that He can't turn around, um, and that you can reinvent yourself. I am on a path of growth, spiritual growth, personal growth, business growth. I'm on a path to become a better me because I have messed up so many times I can't count. So many mistakes I've made in my past. So many things that I wish I had done differently. So many regrets. What I've realized, if I'm being honest with you guys, regrets come from bad choices, wrong choices. If you've made good decisions in your life multiple times over, you tend to not have a life of regrets. So regret comes from making wrong choices. And so I'm learning, because there are so many things that I wasn't taught, that I need to start making right choices. I need to start, but I need to more and more, because I have a relationship with God, seek His guidance. I would encourage anybody to do that. And before you get into a relationship with a guy, before you get married, before you start dating someone, seek God's guidance before you make any big decision, whether it be a move to another state. Make sure that you're seeking God's guidance. And that's what I've learned that has really worked for me, is now seeking God's guidance before I make major decisions. I have begun to fast more. And I just feel like, it just really does something for me to fast. I don't do whole days. I'm not there yet. I have some medical conditions where I don't think that doing whole days would I don't think it's something I should do, or that anybody should do if you have medical, issues and things like that. But sometimes I do 4-hour increments. Sometimes I do 2-hour increments. I've done 6-hour increments. So whatever you feel like you can do. But I just feel like it shows God. It does something different. I just think that in the spiritual realm, it just does something different. That God hears us all the time. But I feel like we're showing Him the seriousness of what we're asking and what we're seeking when we add that fasting to prayer. I think things are accelerated, in my opinion. I've heard other people talk about this. But anywho, I just wanted to jump on here, and I really wanted to just say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy that I'm at 102 subscribers. It means the world to me that you take time out of your day to spend time with watching my videos. I do share some personal things on my videos. Some people are not comfortable doing this. Some people may feel like, why are they telling all their business? I kind of heard somebody say this on their channel. My goal is to have reach and to have impact. If my testimony and my experiences can help someone who's experiencing the same thing or who's gone through worse, if it can make them understand and know that they can get through it, that they should keep pressing, that it's not too late to reinvent yourself, to start all over, to have a new chapter, to have a better chapter, then if it's sharing my story, no matter sometimes how painful it is, and sometimes it's painful because it makes me relive it. But if it can help, then I'm all for it. And so that's what, my platform is about. I am an up-and-coming entrepreneur. I have a lot of things that are coming as far as merchandise, digital products, print on demand. I am trying to do so much behind the scenes. These are things that I have planned on always doing prior to YouTube. So this was always my vision. And so, I have some things coming. I'm not that quick of a study or a learner, so to speak. So these things, guys, would have already been completed and done. But I just, I'm the type of person, I need somebody to sit down with me to show me different things. I can watch all the YouTube channels I want to. I've watched so many YouTube tutorials on different things that I'm trying to learn and do. But some people go so fast. Some people zip right through stuff. And I'm that type of person that I need things slowed down. And I need somebody, I think, sitting right next to me to show me, or to share their screen with me and show me, would be good for me, for how I learn as well. But anyway, I'm going to get there because I'm determined to get there. I'm going to be something. I'm going to make something of myself, and you can too. I just don't want you to think because, I'm 50-some years old, or, I'm 60-some years old, or, I'm 40-some years old, and it's too late. It is not too late. It's not too late. I can't stress that enough because at one point in my life, I felt that way. I feel like, man, I wished I had did this in my 30s. I wish I had did this in my 20s. I was saying even I wish I had did this in my 20 about my 40s, sorry. I was like, I wish I had known about these things so much sooner, and I do. I do wish I had been taught certain things at an earlier age because I'm telling you, my heart's desire is to retire early. And you might be thinking, well, dang, ain't that everybody's desire? It might be. It might be. But it's my desire, just like Serena Williams and other people were able to retire at 40. If I had known more in my youth, I would have went into something where I could have retired early. You want to retire when you have while you still have the use of your limbs. As we age, some people start to have health issues and health concerns. And so sometimes some people, like my mom, who passed away in 2021, her health just started declining the older she got. And so I want to be able to retire early and do some things that I haven't been able to do in my youth. While I still have the use of my body, while I'm still in my right mind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to encourage you and myself that, I wasn't able to learn these things and do as much in my youth, but I'm still fairly young. I'm 53 years old. I turned 53 October 12th. And I just believe that I still have opportunities. God has given me gifts to use, and I want to use them on this platform. I want to have reach and impact. I still plan on having youth workshops. That is my dream. That is my goal. I also love interior design, as I've mentioned on my channel before. For those of you who are new here, I went to school for interior design. However, I realized through my professors and through some other people that I see on YouTube, there's a lady that I follow. Her name is Britton. She has her name of her YouTube is Britton Designs. She is an interior stylist, and she travels, her and her husband, and they go and they design different people's homes all over. And I realized that I don't have to have a degree to be an interior stylist. Now, for an interior designer, where you have to do more measuring and different things like that, get certain building codes, and you have to get permission for this and that, to go in and do this and that to people's homes. Yeah. So I decided that, I don't have to go to school to be a stylist, and that is what I'm passionate about. That's what I love. When I walk into a beautiful space, it's just something that I feel. It just evokes something. And so that's still a passion of mine. And so, and also youth, disadvantaged youth. I want to have youth workshops, and I want to include, doing the kids, have the kids, on certain days. But then I want to also do parent workshops, and then have a combined parent and child, parent and teen workshop. So that is my goal, because I want to help families, and I want to help youth, and I want to figure out what is the problem, what is causing kids to run away, what is causing the turmoil in parents and child relationships. And I'm doing this because of my past, because of what I've experienced personally. How many of you guys know that our relationships with our parents and what goes on in the home, it can cause children to feel unloved. It can cause children to feel like they're a burden. It can cause children to feel like they're a mistake. It can cause children to feel like they don't have somewhere to come to, a safe place to come to. After they've experienced so much at school, they come home to things that they shouldn't. Especially, I apologize if this offends somebody, but I have to speak truth from what I've seen and what I've experienced. In a Black community, we tend to feel like our kids should be seen and not heard. We don't really hear them out or listen to them. It's something that I'm continuously working on, because of what I've seen my mom do, and my grandma and my aunt, and uncles and different people in my life. Like, you pick up those things, you pick up those habits of other people, you pick up those routines of other people. But guys, some of our parents, they just did the best that they could. They didn't really know what they were doing. So there's so many resources available, and I'm just one of those type of people that I'm so willing to learn. I'm so willing to do things differently. I so want to do things better. I want to be better. Um, and it's a day by day process because I still have some struggles, but I'm so willing to change. I'm so willing to do things differently. So I'm saying all that to say that those are my goals, those are my dreams, and I believe they're going to come to fruition. Um, and so I just want to encourage you that no matter what mistake you've made in parenting, you can still begin again. I've gone to Barnes and Noble and I've gotten some parenting books. It takes guys a deep dive and a deep look at yourself and being willing to be honest with yourself. It takes being honest with yourself and saying, "Man, I wish I hadn't said that. I wish I had handled that better. I wish that my child and I, whether it be your son or your daughter, that we could have a closer relationship." So you have to take a look at yourself and say, "I need help. I need help to be better. I can't do this on my own. And how can I get the help that I need?" Sometimes we have unaddressed traumas. If you don't get help for those traumas, then it affects every relationship that you have in every area of your life, whether that be your working relationships, whether it be your boyfriend girlfriend relationships, whether it be your spouse relationship, and whether it be your coworker relationships, whether it be your child relationships. If you let that trauma go unaddressed, what kind of parent do you want to be? Do you want your kids to be able to come home and be able to talk to you about how their day went? Because my granddaughter, I adopted her at 42, and she comes home like telling me so many things about school and how she feels, and it just breaks my heart. She went through a lot of bullying last year. She's gone through, I've mentioned this before on my channel, where people didn't want her to sit at their table. She cried and cried to me. Said, "Nana, you don't know how it feels for people to say, go sit somewhere else. We don't want you sitting here." She tells me about things that go on with teachers and things like that. She's got a great teacher this year. Thank God that she's having a better year this year. Last year was horrible. It was a horrible school year. Um, but I'm saying all that to say what my channel is about, what I'm about, what I would like my community to be. I want us to help each other. I want us to talk about things. I'm talking about real topics. Um, and I'm not perfect. I want to make that clear that this is a no judgment space here. I'm imperfect and I'm still under construction. And, but I have so many goals that I set for myself. I set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals for myself. And I have these things that I want to achieve. And again, I want this space to be that of love and kindness. And I hope you'll enjoy it here. I hope that again, as I progress, as my channel grows, you'll see me and Talia traveling and doing some things, maybe going to some hotels. I want to be able to take her fun places, so you'll see a little bit of that. But you'll see my cooking videos and things like that. If my daughter and my grandchildren want to be a part of my videos, you'll also see some of that. But even with Talia, if Talia doesn't feel up to being on camera, I won't force her to. But so this channel is really about, my growth, me becoming an entrepreneur, me sharing my faith and my journey to becoming closer to God, and how having a relationship with Him and seeking His guidance has guided me through the toughest challenges in my life. And just you coming along on this journey of healing with me, growing, reinventing myself, becoming an entrepreneur, all of those things. So anyway, I thank you again. I'm so happy that you are here. I want to share a scripture with you that's helping me, realize, why I'm here and why we are here. 1 Peter 4:10 says, "God has given gifts to each of you from His great variety of spiritual gifts. Manage them well so that God's generosity can flow through you." So He's given us both spiritual and natural gifts. I've talked about this before. Some people have the gift of teaching. Some people have a gift of calmness, where, nothing seems to razzle them. Um, some people have the gift of singing. Some people have a gift of praying, worshiping. So we all have those spiritual gifts, right? But then God gives us our natural gift. Your son may have a gift of playing football. My oldest granddaughter, has the gift of playing basketball. She only 12 years old, guys, and I'm telling you, she is headed for the WNBA. I'm speaking that. She did 17 shots the other day. So she is just amazing. I know she's going to go to the WNBA. Her dad is already scouting her. I mean, she's going to be scouted because he's already got her games on YouTube. And she's on a traveling basketball team. She's amazing. So that is her natural gift. So like I said, we have natural gifts that we have. And so, how are you using those gifts, guys? Don't let them lay dormant. He's given them to use, giving us those gifts to use. Some people have the gift of art. So whatever gifts God has given you, make sure that you're not sitting on those gifts, and make sure that you are using them, and make sure you're thanking him and giving him all the glory and praise, because our gifts shall make room for us. Those people that are making millions of dollars playing basketball, playing football, and all these different things, I hope they realize that they didn't give themselves the gift. I hope they're giving all glory and praise to God, because he is the one who gave them the gift to be able to do what they do. Let me see. There's another scripture, 2 Corinthians 9:10. For God is the one who gives seed to the farmer and then bread to eat. In the same way, he will give you many opportunities to do good, and he will produce a great harvest of generosity in you. And so that scripture that really, really, I just was really sorry guys, my eyes bother me. I was just thinking about this scripture, and I was like, wow, he wants us to have generosity. He wants us to be generous. So I started thinking about this because this time of the year, Thanksgiving is approaching and Christmas is approaching. There may be someone in your neighborhood or in your family or, at your church, somebody that you don't know who doesn't have a job, who has lost their job, who has lost, everything maybe to a fire, or we had hurricanes that hit several states here lately. It was North Carolina, it was Florida, and it was one other state that these hurricanes hit, and then they had these spin-off tornadoes. There are people who have lost everything to the wars, Ukraine and Israel and places like that. So as we approach these holidays, and as we approach Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? And how can we give back to those who are in need? The scriptures that I've been reading lately, I've been reading a lot of Proverbs and reading a lot of other scriptures. We shouldn't be just thinking about ourselves this time of the year and our families only. We should be thinking about others as well. And so this video is a thankfulness video, because I want to thank all of you guys for subscribing to my channel, for viewing my videos. And this is also something I wanted to share what my channel is about for those who are new. And also, I'm just recapping, guys. I wanted to share some scriptures that talks about giving as we approach the Thanksgiving and Christmas season. I just wanted to share some things as we think about Christmas time, some people say it's paganist, but I just, I look at things a little bit differently. Now, I don't get in, when it comes to Easter, I don't deal with the eggs and the bunny and all of that, For me, it's Resurrection Sunday. It's all about Christ's death, burial, and resurrection as far as Easter with me. As far as Christmas, some people would say the Christmas tree is paganist and all that type of stuff. For me, I look at that a little bit different. To me, it's a prop. To me, it's a decorative prop for me to have something to set the gifts up under. And that's all I see it as. It's more for me about celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. No matter whether the Bible specifically says what day he was born or not, it's nothing wrong with setting aside a specific time to celebrate his death, burial, and resurrection. And that's just how I look at things. And so I just wanted to say that, as we approach these holidays, You know, what can we give Jesus? It's his birthday. You know, what can we get? And I just, as I study, I have a Life Bible app that I read, and it was talking about there are these touch points and all these different things that if you are inquiring about these different things, you can, you know, just a specific word, let's say patience, let's say anger, let's say, you know, gifts. I looked up gifts as a touch point, and it gave me these scriptures, and it was just saying how, um, you know, the best gift that we can give Jesus is honoring him by how we live, by how we treat others, um, by being generous to others, by giving of ourselves, by giving. You know, that honors the Lord because he is such a giver. He's so generous, so rich in mercy, so rich in love, so rich in forgiveness. So what are some ways that we can give, or what are some ways that we can honor him? We can give our time, guys. There may be people who are lonely this time of the year, who don't have family to visit them in nursing homes and things like that. We can visit a nursing home, and we could, you know, give in that way by just spending time, an hour of our time with somebody that doesn't have family to visit them. What other ways can we give? We can send cards to people. We can send letters to people. If we can't, you know, physically be there, we can send cards and letters. Of course, there's monetary if you have it. Um, Gift cards, things like that. What other ways are giving? I think our time, it's just a big thing. You know, foster kids and kids that are waiting and wanting to families to adopt them and things like that. What kind of gift could you, you know, just wrap and give to somebody who's in need and drop it off at a center where these gifts are going to be given to foster children? Uplifting others and encouraging others, that's a gift. That's giving, guys. You're giving, you know, you're giving of yourself in that way to someone else. um some people don't have anybody to talk to, so just listening to somebody that may not have someone to talk to, all of these things are just ways that we can give. And so I just wanted to share that, those little bit of tidbits with you as we approach this holiday season. I'm trying not to keep this video too long, but this was just what was on my heart this morning. Gratefulness and thankfulness is what I thought about this morning. I am thankful and grateful for you. I am thankful and grateful that you are here. And I hope that you will keep watching. There will be more to come. And I want you to have a wonderful Monday. And I want you to have a great rest of your week. But I pray that you will think about these things that I've spoken about. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Until the next video, guys. Bye.